Hey everyone, it is Tanya. Welcome back to the channel and welcome to another speed build, or welcome if you are new here. Today I'm really excited because I'm doing something really different than I've ever done on the channel, and that's because this is a primarily outdoor build, but it's still supposed to be a house build. Let me explain. So today we are building a mermaid grotto, which is essentially like sort of a cave slash rock formation for a mermaid. And this was an idea that was listed on one of my recent videos from one of you to create some sort of mermaid home for a mermaid, of course, as we are still in the summer in the Northern Hemisphere and trying to get in like a summery build before the end of the season. And I thought that would be really fun. And I wanted to do something with these rock formations because I've talked about this in the past, how I've always been very disappointed with mermaids in The Sims, in The Sims 3, Sims 4, everything. Because I really wished they could live underwater and we could build them underwater spaces and they can just live in the ocean, maybe like in an abandoned ship and all of that kind of stuff. And that's not what I did here today, but I did create like this really cool space on this platform in the rocks over here for them to have like a fully functional house. Of course, they need all of the same items that a regular sim would need, so unfortunately, it's not how I would like it in that way, but I still think it comes out so cool in the end, and I'm really proud of this one, so I'm excited to share it. And if you do like this and you'd like to download it, it is available on the Sims 4 gallery. You can find it under my EA ID, which is Gryphi, Gryphi, and you can also find it under the hashtag Gryphi, and I will put the exact title that I uploaded on the gallery in the description as well, so it's easier for you to find it that way. But as you can see right now, the main thing I do for the very huge section of the beginning of this video is landscaping. I'm trying to make this look tucked in and magical and mermaid-esque, so we're using a lot of plants from the Island Living expansion pack, of course. I'm building in the world of Sulani in the water, and I'm building on the Reef Finery lot. You can see it in the top left-hand corner of the screen. And I'm just using so much stuff from Live Edit Objects. We have coral that's not necessarily under the water anymore, which isn't the most realistic, but I thought for a mermaid it was perfect. So grabbing so many rocks and plants and coral and these little starfish and just having a lot of fun and trying to be creative with this. The living space is all up on that platform inside of that rock formation. So that is where your Sims are going to go to live. I have a bedroom space, places for them to use the bathroom, kitchen, dining, living, everything you would need. I included like a proper toilet and stuff, but I also have a pea bush if you would prefer to do that instead, because it kind of blends into the landscape a little bit better. I imagine these Sims could use the bed or just go lounge in the water. I also added this water, like this waterfall over here. This is also in Live Edit Objects, and I just thought it was so pretty and it would be the perfect thing to add in this location. So I'm just placing it here and moving it around with Tool, as well as placing rocks under it so it makes sense for where those things are falling, where the water is pooling and then pouring down again. So I will be adding some rocks under here to kind of coordinate with the flatter parts of the water. So doing that, I used these ones also from Island Living because they match pretty well, and I thought the green color made sense with all of the water, and just playing around with that and getting some more plants and stuff around. It's really just a lot of landscaping. That's primarily what this video is, so I hope you enjoy it. So yeah, just grabbing some more rocks here, trying to make it look as natural looking as possible, but not covering up too much of the other stuff I did. I have to move some of it around. I do that a couple of different times during this build, just as I'm adding more, and I feel like this landscape is really starting to come together. I also really wanted to use some of these leaves, but I wanted them to be poking out from the rocks. And then I also added a couple of floaties over here. I just thought that they looked cool and it was nice to have something in the water. And then we are starting to place a couple of items down over here that I know I want to use. I knew I wanted to use the shower from Island Living as well as the bed. I primarily use furniture from that pack, but not everything up here is from there. But I just wanted to get an idea, like a preliminary idea of where I might want to place some items. So we're placing a couple of things down, and then I will come back to it. The kitchen does end up in that area, and it actually ends up having a like pergola over it, which I think is really cute. It feels a little bit more built in that way. Apologies if you can hear traffic outside my window. Somebody's like speeding by. But anyway, I decided to use some of these room separators as well to separate off the bedroom, and that's also where I put the shower, and the toilet is actually open in this space. There wasn't like a great way to put walls around it, but it's a pretty private area, so I didn't think it was too big of a deal to have the toilet in the bedroom area. I think your Sims can also just use the water, or I might be wrong on that. Maybe I know they can shower in the waterfall that's in the world. I'm not entirely sure on the rest of that. Another thing that I was really excited about, which I don't know if I do this right now or not. Oh, I do. Is I raised up a shelf into the rocks to put some kitchen clutter on, and I just thought it looked so cool. This shelf is from the fitness stuff pack, and I just think it worked really nicely here. There's not like a ton on here. I have a plant and some cups and plates and stuff, but having a little bit of storage made a lot of sense to me, and I just thought it was a nice little detail that I was able to add in this space. Also, that shell that's on the counter is one to like call mermaids to the area, so I thought that could be a little bit of fun gameplay. Maybe your sim moves in here and they're not a mermaid yet, but they're looking to become one, and they can get a siren to show up at this location. I think that could be fun. And here's that pea bush that I had mentioned. That one is from Get Together, and then I just got a little bedside table as well as some candles and a poof over here, trying to make it pretty cozy. And I wanted to primarily use objects that we're not going to break in the rain, since this is entirely outdoors. So like the shower is an outdoor shower, and we have candles instead of lamps, and I'm not sure the stove is going to last out here, but you know what? I still put that there. And same thing with the mini fridge. Those are things you're probably going to have to replace, but I still wanted to make it functional. I did put a pergola over that area, but I don't think that's actually going to protect from the rain. This is the piece I ended up using. But you could probably add some like ceiling over that space to protect those areas. I just wanted it to look pretty realistic, as in everything's outside. Obviously, this isn't a realistic build, but you know what I mean. Anyway, these are the sofas I ended up using. These ones are from Dream Home Decorator, so of course not from the Island Living pack, but I thought the pink color was so pretty here. And I paired it with this rug from the Werewolves pack, which is a little bit more tattered and worn, which made sense for being out here. And same thing with the coffee table. That one is from the Basement Treasures kit, and it's also a little bit more worn down and old. So I liked the idea of that. And then I'm just adding some more candles over here, candles and crystals from the, I believe those are from the Movie Hangout kit. And I also wanted to add a bathtub because, yes, they're surrounded by water. Why didn't they need a bathtub? The mermaids in The Sims 4 have such a pretty animation when they take a bath. Their tail like flops out the side. So I just wanted to give whoever was playing this the satisfaction of seeing that, because it's really pretty. So that's why I added that there. And then we're just getting some more coral around and trying to figure out what other things I want to have in here. I decided, okay, maybe I do need to add a toilet in here. That'd be a good idea to have. It's not like ideal, but I think it's fine. It's just tucked away in the corner over there. And then I wanted to add some more plants. I really liked these pink ones, so we're getting those added throughout the space and figuring out what other pieces of coral I want to get in here. When it comes to this lot, sometimes my Sims have no problem navigating it with that big structure over on the side, and sometimes it's in their way, which is kind of confusing because it is a live edit objects item, and most of them don't have footprints, but some of them do. So I'm going to probably have to extensively playtest this before I upload it to the gallery. Hopefully it's not an issue. But if it is, I will figure it out and rebuild that with different rocks to make it work. But I think it looks so cool. I love this build so much. And I would love to do some more like creative things like this. If you have any ideas for me, I have done like a pirate ship in the past, which was really fun. It was a tiny house, and I used a lot of the items that came with the pirate ship set that came with Get Famous. So that could be an idea to do something else like that, or any other creative builds, really. I know we've had a lot of discussion lately that maybe the next occult we get could be fairies. So I could probably do something fairy inspired, but part of me is like hoping that that's the next occult and that it's coming out this year. So I'm like, do I want to wait? But like we have no confirmation of that. So maybe I should just do something fairy inspired. And if so, if you have any ideas, do let me know. Ooh, what if we like built like giant mushrooms? I have so many ideas. I'm feeling so inspired right now. But anyway, we're working on the other side now, like where you actually enter this lot, because I was building backwards, so it was facing by the water. So I just wanted to have something over here, some more landscaping and a little pathway leading you down here, and work on the terrain paint to make it a little bit more worn down, and of course get lots more plants to make it feel like it's tucked in and purposeful. So just replicating a lot of those same plants all around and trying to make it feel very full and overgrown and luscious. I guess those are probably the words I would use to describe it. And then over on the left side, I ended up putting down just a couple of towels for your Sims to lounge on. I wanted to put something over here, but I wasn't sure what. Thinking about it now, I probably should have put I can't think of what it's called, but there's a barbecue item that comes with this world, that comes with Island Living and Sulani, that allows them to cook things like under banana leaves, I'm pretty sure. And that would have been a really nice item to put over here, but for some reason I didn't think of it. So if you download this build, that would probably be a good area to go ahead and place that down so your Sims have another way to cook other than with the kitchen space that I provided in the living area. But here are the towels that I placed down. I thought that these would be kind of cute and just a nice spot for your Sims to lounge in the shade if they wanted to go away from the sun a little bit. But that would be the perfect spot for that barbecue. So just an idea. But that's pretty much it for this build. I really hope you enjoyed it because I had such a blast with this one and I'm so proud of it. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and make sure you give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you'd like to see more, and click that bell to be notified when I upload. Thank you so much for watching and enjoy the screenshots. Bye everyone.